the Rock Metal Podcast, episode 82 with Town Tundra. All right, Rock Metal Nation, what is up? This is John from the Rock Metal Podcast. That sample you just heard was Wit From Woe by Town Tundra, who, well, remarkably, I don't exactly have them on the show today. It's a special episode that I'm going to be doing with you, Rock Metal Nation. Here's what's going to be happening. So, Town Tundra recently signed with Wormhole Death Records. Great record label. If you're a band looking for a record label, I definitely recommend them. They're absolutely fantastic. Now, they had just signed with Wormhole Death Records. I listened to the tracks, absolutely loved them, reached out to them, said, hey, I want to have you on the show. And they wrote back and said, our English not so good. And so I thought, okay, but you could still be on the show. I mean, lots of bands on the show don't speak English very well. But anyway, they preferred to answer the questions via email, and I thought, well, I can still deliver value to Rock Metal Nation. I can still play Town Tundra's 2 tracks and reiterate to you guys, recapitulate to you guys, to Rock Metal Nation out there listening in right now. You can definitely listen to the tracks and convey the answers back. So here's the thing. Town Tundra is a death metal band from Murmansk, Россия. Ну да. Вот это хорошо. Ну да. Конечно, конечно. Oh my goodness gracious. Who knew I could speak Russian? Not me. Anyway, so we're going to be listening to that song as well as one other song. We'll find out a little bit more information about the band. So welcome to a definitely, absolutely, 100%, 1,000,000%, sir, or madam, or lady, whatever, dude, you know, his dudeness, if you're not on the whole brevity thing. Thanks for listening in and tuning in. So let's go ahead and jump back into that first track, Wit From Woe. Genichi stoi krasati. Вот это да. Нормально. Anyway, sometimes I just creep into Russian. Who knew? Anyway. So, coming back from Wit From Woe, what's the story or inspiration behind the track Wit From Woe? So, Wit From Woe is the first single from our second full album, and we could definitely use this title for the album if we didn't consider the title Misanthropy Never Fails more bright and outrageous, as it most closely reflects the essence and the mood of the whole album. Next question, obviously, is what was unique about the writing process? I've tried to describe so typically Russian, as it's usually said in the Russian classics, spiritual torments of an intellectual, and my God, if that isn't true, I don't know what is. But anyway, who experiences all the pain and despair of today's world. Yeah, that's Russian writing. No such thing as a happy ending. Coming from North America, I know I'm kind of going on a side tangent here, but coming from North America, when I first started studying Russian literature, I was like, why do they always have a bad day? And then, когда я был в Москве, когда я был в Петербурге, I understand now. But anyway, moving on. Under the pressure of propaganda, this man naively trusts every single lie, forgetting about his day-to-day interests and concerns about the real life. That experience raises the soul but inflicts misery. So the question is, what is better, to be a miserable intellectual or a careless idiot? Then what brought about the name of the track? Wit From Woe, as several other tracks from the album, Senseless and Merciless, Humiliating and Insulting, is the inverted title of the classic piece of Russian literature, Woe From Wit, a comedy in verse by Alexander Greboyedov, I think. Did I say that right? Anywho, cool. So then a music video. There is a music video. So if you dug that track, Wit From Woe, you're definitely going to dig the music video as well, which I've got posted on today's show notes. So if you go and go to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca, you can go and see the music video for today. So the big question is, what was the idea behind the music video? Well, the idea to shoot a music video came upon completing the work on the album. In support of the album, we decided to publish a single in the form of a music video. So we asked our friends for help, got a bunch of cameras and lighting equipment, and spent several days in our studio. Another friend of ours produced the video. Very cool stuff. Let's go listen to the next track, Anti-Psalm 21.
This is not what you want, then to die in me.
right, coming back from Anti-Psalm 21. No joke, I hear a PV5150 in there. Did you guys record with a PV5150? It sounds like it all of a sudden. Anyway, let me go ahead and bring up the responses to the answers to my beautiful heavenly sent questions. So anyway, what's the story or inspiration behind the track Anti-Psalm 21? Well, it's dedicated to those who continue to play metal music despite everything. Playing metal is always literally and figuratively a confrontation between you and your parents, relatives, government, religion, you name it. Well, I suppose so. Yeah, I guess he's not right. I guess he's wrong. I guess he's not wrong. I guess he's right. I guess he's hashtag not wrong. Anyway, after all, when you're 30 or 40 or older and you still play and listen to metal music, a lot of people around you think you're a butthead and a loser. Yeah, I can see that. So Anti-Psalm 21 is metalers' anthem of resistance against people's misunderstanding and rejection. So what we think about the writing process? Well, writing a song is a unique process in itself. We don't like to repeat ourselves, so every single track is a unique combination of artistic sufferings, long rehearsals, hours and hours of recording, mixing, and mastering. Next question is, what brought about the name of the track? Well, Anti-Psalm 21 is the 21st song written by Town Tundra. Also, you may have noticed that .21 looks like a firearms caliber. And despite the fact that it's a small caliber, we hope that Anti-Psalm 21, figuratively speaking, has more penetrating power than larger ones. Side note, sometimes actually, a 22 or a 21 is actually even more lethal than a larger one because it rattles around and makes a mess. But anyway, different story for a different podcast. Now, there is not a music video for this song, but if you dug it, there is a lyric video. So if you go ahead and go to today's show notes, www.therockmetalpodcast.ca, you can go and see the music video for the first track we listened to, Wit From Woe. You can go ahead and see the lyric video for the song that we just heard, Anti-Psalm 21. Now, Misanthropy Never Fails, which is an album that they're going to be coming out. It's coming out very soon. The release dates are, they're going to be on CD the 17th of November in 2017. By the air date of this podcast, it will already be released on digital, so that's fantastic. Then in the States, it'll be released on the 8th of December, and then in Japan, it'll be released on the 20th of December. So definitely keep up to date with what is going on with all things Town Tundra. If you dug what you heard today, you can definitely look them up on any of your social media sites by just the name Town Tundra. So for example, youtube.com/Town Tundra, Instagram.com/Town Tundra, Twitter.com/Town Tundra, Bandcamp, towntundra.bandcamp.com, VK in Russian is vk.com/Town Tundra. Facebook is the only odd one out, but definitely look them up by going to Town Tundra, or you can go ahead and go to towntundra.com. You can also find their first full-length album, Telegonia, from 2014 on Bandcamp. You can go to towntundra.bandcamp.com. Otherwise, definitely wanted to go ahead and thank Town Tundra for sending their tracks so we could play them for Rock Metal Nation, for you guys, for all of us to share in this heavy metal glory, and also for taking time out of their day to go ahead and respond to the questions, my very thoroughly thought out, heavenly sent, fragrant, beautiful questions that picks the wonderful brains and creative minds and souls of other artists such as themselves, especially hailing all the way from the freaking Arctic Circle in Murmansk. That's fantastic. I thought I lived far north in Canada, but woo! If you were to go that far north in Canada, where they're at in Murmansk, there probably wouldn't even be a seal. There probably wouldn't even be a polar bear. Like, there'd be nothing. There'd just be, like, bacteria just hanging out, being like, it's cold. But anyway, definitely wanted to thank them for taking time out of their day to go ahead and respond to the questions, respond to everything, and enjoy the rest of the tracks. All right, Rock Metal Nation, hope you just found your new favorite band in Town Tundra. Big thanks again to them for coming on and sharing their music with us. Make sure to head over to www.therockmetalpodcast.ca to get all the information on the show you just heard today. And until then, rock on, Rock Metal Nation.